Hey all, here we are back with Puzzle Agent 2. Let's not have a big intro. Let's just jump back right into it. So we're back in Scoggins. Let's just give ourselves a reminder of where we are, where we've been. Oh, we've got the previous case notes all there. I didn't notice that before. That's pretty nice. So, that's right, last time we left off with this note, letting us know this interesting fact. And we also learned that people have been disappearing besides Isaac Davner for a while, but no one seems to really care about it that much. Makes me wonder what might be going on. If there's some kind of erase from time and space type thing going on here.
This is everything I've been able to uncover about Isaac Davner. I'm positive he's at the center of all this, but how? Never thought I'd be looking at Scoggins again, but I can't leave until I've gotten to the bottom of Isaac Davner's disappearance.
Alright. Well, thought you maybe you could switch the switch. Oh well. That's still a little bit annoying. Not too bad, but wish it did something so that it didn't just give you no response at all.
Hi, Mrs. Garrett.
Hello, Agent Tethers. I hope you had a good night.
I did, actually, thanks to a mysterious benefactor.
Oh, it's not that mysterious. I'm sure she just... whoever it was just hated the thought of you being out there in the dark and cold.
Mrs. Garrett, was anyone pressuring you to keep me from checking in?
What? Oh, no. That business about the vacancies was just, a clerical error. Oh, silly me.
Well, okay.
It's just that some people don't trust outsiders because they see this town as a family. A brotherhood of Scoggins, if you will. But that's no reason to be inhospitable.
I still love her.
Is there anyone else staying in the hotel?
To be honest, no. Why do you ask?
Somebody left a strange note under my door last night. Couldn't see who it was.
Oh my, I was at the desk all night, and I didn't see or hear anyone come in or out.
So I guess that puzzle from last time was just completely a cover. I was kind of wondering if maybe we'd lead into one of them, but guess not.
Has anyone in town actually seen the hidden people?
Agent Tethers, that's just crazy talk. The only gnomes in Scoggins are the little wooden ones.
Speaking of that, what happened to your collection from the window?
Oh, those? I sold them to that nice man Steve at the diner. Made a tidy profit, too.
Nobody's ever mentioned actually seeing one of the hidden people?
Oh, Agent Tethers, they're just stories people tell to make the long winters more interesting. Nobody really believes in that. Except that poor Bo Murphy, I guess. And Steve, over at the diner. Oh, and the Brotherhood, of course.
I don't remember Bo Murphy offhand. Was he in the first game?
Have you seen Bo Murphy? The last time I saw him, he was in the alley talking to someone.
Oh,
I was hoping to ask him some questions about it.
He was the weirdo.
Bo Murphy?
Okay.
Well, I haven't seen him in... Oh my, how long has it been since I've seen him? Must have been around the time you were here last.
That's been quite some time.
Mumbled something about going into the woods to finish a conversation. Haven't seen him since.
Did you file a missing persons report with the sheriff for Bo Murphy?
Oh my, no. I didn't even realize he was gone until you mentioned it. Bo was always a little unusual, even before he started talking about the whispers. I'm sure he'll be back before you know it.
I'm actually kind of curious about that hot dish I've been hearing about.
Oh, sorry, Agent Tethers. We really are out of the hot dish for real, I'm afraid. It's been a bad winter for moose meat, and the man who usually delivers the cilantro has gone mysteriously missing.
By the way, since last time, found out that hot dish is just another word for casserole, from what I understand.
So long, Mrs. Garrett.
You stay safe out there.
Anyway.
Stove still working fine, Ms. Garrett? Good, then I just won't go anywhere near it ever again.
Alright, so let's start with our investigation proper. Oh, right. Can't use the main entrance. Forgot about that, okay. Nope. There. Jump thing seems weird. Let's see, any... Oh, what's that? Any puzzles to speak of around here? Nope, alright. On to the campgrounds. Loose puzzles first. Oh.
That fire pit hasn't been used since the last thaw, assuming this place ever thaws. Excuse me, sir. I'm looking for a researcher.
You found one.
I'm Special Agent Tethers with the FBI Puzzle Research Division, Dr.
Versteckt. But that's my father's name. Call me Alfred. I'm doing anthropological research here in Scoggins. I'm a student of mankind.
Someone in town said your friend had gone missing?
Friend? Oh, yes, they must be talking about my graduate student, Will Medlock. Very bright young man. Disappeared, when was that? 2 months ago?
That was before the incident at the eraser factory. But no one mentioned it before.
Can't say I'm surprised. Local law enforcement was no help.
Yes, I've met the local law enforcement.
People here are more interested in puzzles than missing people.
Is there anything else you can tell me about this missing grad student, Will?
Well, now that I think about it, I wonder if spending time in Scoggins was starting to have an effect on him.
How do you mean?
He became unfocused. Talked about nightmares and whispers. I didn't think much of it at the time. He walked away in the middle of one of my discussions about the transformative power of myth and legend. I thought he was just bored, but I never saw him again.
What is an anthropologist doing in Scoggins, Minnesota?
Same thing an anthropologist does anywhere else. I'm studying people.
The people of Scoggins? Is there enough to study?
Oh my, yes. The shared reality made by the people and their folklore. I've been here for years, and I've just barely scratched the surface. Don't you get the sense that this is a town on the cusp of something big? Their folklore, their fascination with puzzles. It's as if the energy of thought is being transformed into solving one of the great problems of our age.
Okay.
How long have you been here in Scoggins?
Still trying to put all this
Let's see,
together.
about 15 years? I'm on my 8th government grant.
I mean, he's clearly right, but I didn't think about that aspect of what the puzzle thing was for, what exactly it is the hidden people are wanting with pushing everyone here into puzzles. There's a whole thing, the end of the last game, about that. I still don't have it fit together in my head yet.
Do you know anything about the missing factory foreman, Isaac Davner?
Ah, yes. Fascinating story, that. A real suburban myth in the making. To the people of Scoggins, he's the archetype of the martyr, a ritual sacrifice made as an attempt to assert control over capricious nature.
Wait a second. Davner's not a myth. He's a real person. I've met him.
Myths are real, Agent Tethers. We're all characters playing roles. The hero on a quest for truth. The wise, mysterious sage who serves as his guide.
Wise. Right.
Very Arborean, the Planescape sense.
You must know something about the local stories about gnomes?
I guess literally, too.
The hidden people? Well, of course. They're the ones who brought me here in the first place. I'm studying the myth and worship of the hidden people.
Worship?
Oh, then
I
you've
guess so,
dealt with that
sort of.
cult, the Brotherhood of Scoggins.
Oh my, yes. Frightfully mad, all of them. Be careful, Agent Tethers. Their devotion to the hidden people makes them extremely driven and extremely dangerous.
What a lot.
Thanks for your time, Alfred. If you hear any more about Isaac Davner or your missing friend, please let me know.
I've just spoken with a mild-mannered but extremely driven agent from the FBI. He was looking for information about the hidden people and the rash of disappearances in the area, including
Nice.
young Wills. Of course, if he's investigating a missing persons case, he'd best talk to Sheriff Bogg. The sheriff may not be helpful, but he is the one man in town with information about all the missing residents.
What he said.
Anything new after that? Doesn't seem like it. So, I guess, as much as I'd rather not, let's go talk to the guy who tried to kill us before. Sigh. Huh. Or not.
I'm
Interesting.
finally desperate enough to visit Sheriff Boggs' office, but he's already working against me. A note on the door says, "Out to grab a bite." If I want any answers, I'll have to head to the Moose Ear Diner.
Ah, okay. I like the camera angle
A
here.
note on the door says, "Out to grab a bite." If I want any answers, I'll have...
Very nice. Alright, to the diner then.
Daryl's disappearance has got to be tied into all of this somehow.
Okay, so it's another puzzle in this vein. Similar. Alright. So let's get an idea of the mechanics here. Alright, yep. Need more than one there. Let's look at the sums. Here, down here, we've got a total of 130. Up here, we've got a total of 130. So it looks like we do need to use everything at least once. Besides this, nothing matches up perfectly. When you do more than two to a single device, let's just test that. Okay, no limit to how many you can have in a single device. Good. There's no restriction about things crossing either, I imagine. Yep, okay. This is pretty open overall. So let's start with the biggest one, since we know that none of these is going to be plugged into fully. So let's see, what would be left over for each of these? We can't even hook them up to the lamp at all. Here we'd have 20 left over. We could get that with a 15 and a 5. Here we'd have 5 left over, just a single 5 there. Here we would have 15 left over, so just a 30 there. That doesn't tell us much. This might end up breaking down into trial and error just to see what works. We've got 4 devices up here, 10 plugs, so that means that one of the devices, well, that means 2 of the devices will have to have 3 plugged into them. Because none of these would be, well, okay, this one would be sufficed by a single half. So there's 2 possibilities, either 2, 3, 3, 2, or 1, 3, 3, 3. And I'm trying to see if any of these would be satisfied. So how many of these could be satisfied with 3 plugged into them? Here, 2 30s and a 10 won't do it. 25 and a... Nope. Okay, so this one you can't do with 3 plugged into it. This one, I don't see a way to do 3 plugged into it. This one you could have 3 plugged into at 30 and then have another 30. For example, maybe there's others, but I'm not going to think too much on all the possibilities there. And the lamp you could have 3 plugged into it, 2 10s and another 10. Let me look at these 2 for a bit just to make sure I'm not misthinking on it. So if you had 2 10s plugged into it, that would leave 30 kind of satisfy that. If you had 2 of a 30 plugged into here, then that would leave 10. You can't do that with a single. If you had a 10, a 30, and a 15, and the 50 all plugged into this, that would give you 25, 15, which will rate the max. Okay, so yeah, this one, there's no way to satisfy it with 3. And there's also no way to satisfy it with 1. So that means we must be doing 3, 3. We must be doing 3, 2, 2, 3 in terms of what's plugged in where. And this one, let's just verify that there's not a way to do that with 3, just to make sure. If we plug in both of a 10, then leave 20, nothing in that. Plug both of a 30 to satisfy the whole thing. If you plugged in a 10 and a 30, then that would leave 10 behind, so you would need 2 plugged into it. Beyond there, we can't do that. Okay, so these 2 definitely need 2, these 2 definitely need 3, and there's only one way to get a 3 here. This one, there's only really one way to get a 3. So what do we have left behind? 25, 25, 15, and 5. We'll need to split these up evenly. Alright, and this seems to do it, so let's double check. 5, 5, and 5, and 15. 15, 15, and 15 for 45. 15 and 25 for 40. 15 and... yeah. 25 and 15 for 40. 25 and 5 for 30. So this seems to do it. Alright. Getting back in the swing of things. I need the how. Let's just go back just for the sake of it. Oh, you can't just jump right back to the solution. Okay, then I won't bother doing it again. Oh well. Gum. Any other gum? Now let's talk to everyone but the sheriff first, as is usual in these situations. Still not sure about that 85.
The place just isn't the same without the Darrells, boxing up insects and being generally annoying.
Equal distribution of weight between the birds. 12 votes to title compensation circuit. The Whispers.
Oh. Hi, Steve.
You're that FBI agent. Grapples?
Tethers. Have you seen Isaac Davner around town?
Davner, the old eraser factory foreman. Oh, nobody's seen him since the incident.
There seem to be a lot of missing persons cases around Scoggins.
Yeah, stuff happens.
Did you know any of the missing people?
I don't talk to a lot of people in town. Just here for business.
What can you tell me about the hidden people?
I'm not into that anymore. The market dropped out on gnome figurines.
No, I mean real ones.
Real hidden people? Are you trying to catch me saying something crazy? Is this entrapment?
Are you okay, Steve? You seem tense.
I'm not tense. Lots of people have trouble sleeping. It doesn't mean anything.
How long have you had trouble sleeping?
Since the eraser factory reopened. Why?
Just asking. How's business?
I'm not into tchotchke smuggling anymore, if that's what you're asking.
No, I was just...
You can't prove anything.
Calm down.
Okay. It's that I just can't figure out this problem. Maybe you can help.
Huh. Is this a fox and hen problem? Yes, pretty much. That's nice. Sync lead bear somehow. Okay, so we've got a circle. That's not usual in these. That's interesting. And we don't need to worry about people or anything. So obviously in these sorts of situations, it's going to involve breaking up immediate pairs. So let's start off this. And it's only an issue leaving them alone, I believe. Let's double check that. Left unattended. Yep, okay. Alright, so the bear will eat the wolf, the snake will eat the bear, so I can't leave the bear alone with either of those. I don't have a number of passages thing. I'm just seeing that doing that there's a clear first move, but then I can't actually do anything with the bear that doesn't involve taking them back over. So what if we start with just there? So wait, if we leave all three of these unattended... Yep. Wait, what? Oh, the mongoose eating the snake. Okay. Alright, so that means that we need to end up in a situation where it's just the bear on this side. Alright, so let's do this. We'll do this. This dude's over here. Bear over. And now we can get less, too. Alright. I appreciate that it doesn't just make you fail out right when that happens. That's good. The only way we could really fail this one is if you hit submit without actually finishing it. Huh. Anything else otherwise with it? Nope. Okay.
Okay, good luck, Steve.
Yeah. Herds always hold as much as they can carry. Back home. Get back home.
Oops, his eyes got a little left behind there. For a moment.
The foreman's wife, Glory Davner, is still working at the diner as if nothing's happened. Even though her husband's still missing, and the last time I saw her, she was using a chainsaw to try to drown me under a lake of ice. I still don't know how she's involved, but I'd better make it clear I'm only trying to help if I want to get any information. Mrs. Davner, Glory, I think Isaac must have been involved in something big.
I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
That's it?
If you've got any information, it's not just a crime to keep quiet. It's preventing me from being able to help find your husband.
I don't know where Isaac is, honest. I'm sorry.
Let's do one more time. Let's just keep going until it seems to be repeating.
If you've got any information, it's not just a crime.
Yeah. Okay.
Hello, Sheriff Bogg.
Agent Heathers, what are you doing back in town? We got everything under control, and we don't need the FBI poking its...
Calm down, Sheriff. I'm just here on personal leave.
Well, I keep my eye on tourists just to...
Whoops. Whoops.
When I filed my report with the Bureau, I left out the part about you holding me at gunpoint.
Come on, Tethers. I don't know how you boys do things in Washington, but out here, sometimes a man's gotta do what he's gotta do, even if it means drawing a gun on a fella.
What?
Okay.
I hope you've started to take Bjorn's cult seriously. I'm convinced they're behind the disappearance of Isaac Davner.
What? That's crazy. The Brotherhood of Scoggins are valued members of this community. I'm not gonna let them be harassed by anybody, FBI or no.
I've heard that Isaac Davner is only one of the people to go missing around Scoggins. What can you tell me about the other disappearances?
What can I tell you? Nothing. Sure, I got files on all the so-called missing persons, but I don't have to show them to any FBI man, especially one who's not here on official business.
I believe the hidden people have something to do with the incident at the factory.
Agent Heathers, please. Just because we don't live in some fancy city doesn't mean you can treat us like gullible yokels.
That was about as useful as I expected.
You've been just as helpful as always, Sheriff Bogg.
Glad to be of service, Agent Heathers. Enjoy your time in our town, and behave yourself.
Agent Heathers,
Ah!
we need to talk. Outside.
What did you need to talk about, Mrs. Davner?
It's about Isaac. He's not back yet. He's supposed to be back.
Dumb. Oh.
I warn you, Glory, that attacking an FBI agent with a chainsaw is a federal offense.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. It's just, you were going to stop the Brotherhood. I couldn't let you. Isaac needed to finish his journey.
Why are you worried about Isaac now? You're the one who helped them take him.
You don't understand. It was the only way to save him.
Save him?
Isaac was troubled. The Brotherhood offered us a way to cure him.
How were the Brotherhood supposed to cure Isaac?
Some kind of spiritual thing, I guess. Neither of us really understood it, but we were desperate.
Do you have any idea where the hidden people would have taken Isaac?
The hidden people aren't real.
But I saw them taking Isaac away.
It's the Brotherhood. They lied.
What do you mean when you say the Brotherhood lied?
Bjorn talked about finding peace by communing with forest spirits. I thought it was a... what's the word?
A metaphor?
No, a crock. But we'd try anything. And now Isaac's missing.
In the lodge, I saw a photo of you and Isaac with the rest of the Brotherhood.
They said they could help us. Help Isaac. But they've been taking people. They took Isaac. It's all my fault.
They took Isaac? Have you told the sheriff?
The sheriff knows. He's working with them.
Yeah, that's not too surprising either.
Look, Glory, I'd like to stay and talk, but
You've got to get the missing person files.
that's actually a good idea.
I'll make sure Sheriff Boggs stays in the diner. Find out anything you can about Isaac.
Nice.
I finally got some help, more or less, in finding Isaac Davner. His wife, Glory, believes that the local cult is behind all the missing person cases in Scoggins. I'm going back to the sheriff's office to find out exactly what he's hiding in his files.
Huh.
Oh, Mr. Scruffman, you've been there the whole time.
Dumb. See, I'm sure I waited long enough that time.
That conversation between Glory and me was strictly confidential, you know. I know you'd like Isaac out of the way, but I'm going to find him.
If you say so.
No, nothing else, so let's head back to the sheriff's office. Station. Whatever.
The station is locked tight. It looks like the sheriff's interest in puzzles extends to office security.
Of course it does. Oh, one of these. Let's see if I do a better showing this time than I did last time. Alright, so there's nothing with any slack this time, but we still got some looped chains. So let's take a look at the things that aren't looped and how they bisect things. Now, first off, we can tell from this here that it's going to have to involve one of these two corner pieces, because otherwise nothing would actually make contact with this one. It's going to have to be one of these from one end. This board here means it's going to have to be one of these four on this end. So that cuts it down well enough that I think we can pretty well trial and error it with what's left over. In fact, we've got a similar thing going on with this one, where this board stretching across here means it must be one of these. So I'm pretty sure we're going to have to use this one down here, and it's just going to be one of these two here. So let's see, this one, hit this board, this board, board, this board, this board, chain, 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 chain. Doesn't hit this chain though. Then neither of those will hit that chain. Interesting. It's just one slash, right? Yeah. I went down the wrong road again with this. I'm almost suspicious this is a trick like I was thinking was going on with the Brotherhood door, where this isn't actually an obstruction to the door because it's bolted just the top. You could just swing the door open and push the chain aside. I'm gonna go ahead and burn a hint on this one. Okay, that's pretty much what I determined already, so let's burn another one. Okay. That's, for one, not true, because we got a chain like this, chain like this, chain like this. So yeah, no, that's not true, but some of them. Okay, so it was what I thought. But we also ran into that in the Scoggins puzzle, so that I don't like. That's changing the rules. Okay, so that means it's going to be this. And this hits all of the boards, and it hits all the chains that actually stretch across. Okay. Bah.
Aha! Now to find those missing persons files.
Okay. Not entirely sure what this. Oh, I see. I see. Okay. So those aren't barriers, that's the light. Interesting. Door. Okay, so the only way to block the light from this window to the door is by bringing this one over here. And you actually have to slide things around. Okay. We're going to want to maneuver this one over so it's down here. That's not too difficult to do. Or, maybe a little bit more difficult than I thought. Okay. Oh, I guess that would do it for that. We had this over here. But that means we don't have anything that can get in here that would leave a place for you to get around this edge. I guess we need to overlap here somewhere. This one, you can't bring it over here and bring it down. If you just bring it down like this won't work. And this one is obviously too bulky to fit in here. So yeah, we do need to get this over here. Alright. This I think we want here. It's here. Okay, yep, this does it. Yep. Not very well organized.
Hello, Agent Tethers.
Cripes! Sheriff Bog! How long have you been standing?
Randall Scruffman told me you might be paying my office a visit.
Sigh.
I'm sorry, it's just... I really needed to see how bad this missing person problem is.
Everything I got about missing people is in those files.
Thanks.
Huh.
Did Glory Davner ever tell you she suspected the Brotherhood of being involved in the disappearances?
Glory's a confused young lady. The Brotherhood helps people, whether it's with personal troubles or with what the fancy doctors call an addiction to puzzles.
She told me that you're working with the Brotherhood.
Rumors. Unprovable rumors. Just find what you need in those files and then be on your way.
Well, this seems like a good break point for now before we jump into the file investigation. So, let's put things on hold this time and jump in fairly soon for the next episode. So, thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.